We have people bringing up Dispatch apparently talking about a gay couple within BTS and what that's about. We also have people who believe that HYBE was broken into and recorded from the inside and like a secret clip was taken. We then have staff apparently posting Jimin and JK and people believing that this is real. So I don't think it's safe to say. Let's get into it. There are a lot of rumors going around about Jimin and JK being in a relationship, and especially now with the show Are You Sure having just come out. There's definitely a lot of rumors circulating. I was sent a video that I kind of wanted to talk about, and it had a lot of stuff that happened around 2019, and someone thinking that it has relations to Jimin and JK now. I love these types of videos. I love these deep dives that people go into and give their analysis. So I definitely want to talk about it and hear everyone's thoughts, including mine. Now, I won't link this specific video because my page always gets a lot of hate. That tends to have been the case always. So if this specific video or channel owner wants to reach out and tell me that they would like credit, I'm happy to do that. I don't always give credit for that exact reason. People who I give credit for get a ton of hate, so I just don't do it. The same reason as to why when I talk about a tweet or something, they get blurred out. Now in this specific video, they talked about an incident that happened a long time ago in which JTBC allegedly violated the label, and it was apparently them breaking into the label's building back in 2019 and then secretly recording things. But then for some reason going on television and talking about a legal dispute going on within the label, like BTS suing from within. Apparently around this time when this happened, the parents of the BTS members, or some of the parents of the BTS members, were going to their lawyers to talk about video content and their concern around video content. Maybe around copyright, maybe around explicit content. We have no idea what this concern is. So people thought it was very odd that JTBC was reporting on a legal dispute within the label because there was none of that was actually even happening. And this was then confirmed when the label put out a statement basically saying that none of this happened, and the only reason why BTS parents were with a lawyer was because they were concerned about video content. Now from this, people were talking about how the video content must have come out from when JTBC was sneaking around, and then the parents having a concern about this has to be related to some sort of relationship or something scandalous like that. Because it is interesting that JTBC never put out the content that they took. Some people say that the reason why is because the label would take legal action on them, and so they're just kind of holding on to it as a way to get leverage over the label, hence why the label, when In the Soup came out, JTBC got exclusive rights to air it, and people think that this has something to do with them having that leverage. Now, of course, that makes sense. Like, those speculations do make sense. However, it's just a speculation. A lot of people will try to pass off a lot of these speculations as fact to say, well, it's strange, so it must mean this. And this is no hate because you can interpret this however you want. But at the end of the day, if something is strange, it doesn't make sense, we cannot make the assumption about it because most of the time when we make an assumption, we're wrong. So something happened, and something being strange is not factual evidence of anything happening. Just like the same thing as we don't know what the parents of the BTS members went to the lawyers for, and they could have gone for a completely different reason than what we thought that they could have gone for. There are so many reasons why you need to talk to a lawyer about video content. A parent might be scared, just as I would be scared of my child, to know that my child's face or their likeness is something that they don't even own, which is exactly what joining a label or not being independent is. Basically, you don't own your face. All of these situations, while they are strange, could, and I say could, potentially have nothing to do with each other. Just because they're lined up in a specific way doesn't mean that they have correlation with each other. Now, they're all addressed in the label's statement because these are things that were happening. But there could be no correlation for all of this together, even though it was presented together. Another accusation was that the clips that were taken allegedly inside the label's building was never posted. This is an interesting accusation to make as well, because those clips could have literally been nothing, which is exactly why they didn't post it or they deleted it. A news company would probably benefit from revealing the truth more than they would benefit from siding with a label and then trying to get on the side of their label. Like, I don't know. And then that would actually make the public trust the news site a lot less, because now we know that they're working directly with the label and they probably not only have intel, but they're probably trying to not release certain pieces of information because they don't want to hurt that relationship. And people were going as far as to say that Dispatch might have leaked something because not too long ago, they posted that there was a same-sex couple back in 2018 from a really popular group that they never ended up posting about. With many people even saying that shortly after they started noticing content coming out from Dispatch, that was like a sort of exclusive content. Like it looked like Dispatch was working with BTS to start album releases or whatever it was. Now this is completely false, and I can prove this entirely. It's believed that Dispatch and BTS actually worked together back in 2013. Now, this is a rumor, of course, but a lot of the stuff that we're talking about is either based on rumors or speculation, at least what I believe. And so what I was reading online was that some people believe that Dispatch has been in a relationship with the label since the debut of BTS. So the bottom line is, if they were going to release a same-sex couple or even talk about a same-sex couple, it probably wouldn't be with BTS since they had that relationship right from the beginning. Now, Dispatch also has a rule, which is another thing that I read online. I don't know how accurate that is, but apparently they have a rule about allegedly releasing same-sex couples. Do I believe that that is real? To a certain extent, because I believe that there has to have been a same-sex couple in Korea that would have warranted them releasing an article about that at one point. But I also believe that they don't want to release this because there's not many K-pop stars that are out and that would still be working if they were out. So they don't want to ruin someone's career by exposing a person who's not ready to come out yet, or a person who might not feel safe to come out. Dispatch, if you want to believe they're annoying, you can, and a lot of people do, but they're not bad people, and they're not going to actively go out of their way to try to ruin someone's life. Dating, especially two heterosexual people dating, is not something that's supposed to be considered controversial. Do I believe that the companies are working together? A little bit, and I'm going to say alleged because allegedly I believe that they're working together, because I believe Dispatch was also silent when the V and Jennie thing came out too. So I believe that there may be contractually obligated to not talk about dating rumors with BTS, but that's just my theory. That's just what I think. Some other people have been taking it as far as to say that the staff at the label has essentially confirmed the dating rumors at this point because the staff had changed the header of their Twitter account to show Jimin and JK together, and some people believe that this was because the staff thought that they were just really cute and they wanted to share it. But this will definitely be interesting because I think if this were true, this would be so cool that they would have to have been in a relationship with each other for maybe a decade at this point. I don't know if that's true, and a lot of the evidence right now is simply speculation. I believe if there was a clip of the members kissing or being in a relationship together at this point, with as much technology as we have, with as many people having phones as they do, they would not be able to hide this. One thing that, of course, would make it easier would be if the members are going to each other's house. This would not be something that paparazzis and even fans would think is strange, but a lot of these theories that are talking about Jimin and JK being in a relationship together often like to say that they're doing something romantic in public, or like the way that they're looking at each other, or that they're trying to hold each other's hands or whatever. We still don't have any clips of that. We have them like holding each other's hands in a joking way. We have them holding each other's arms, but these are things that you could do with your friends. These are not romantic things. I think at this point we have seen things like Jimin's address leaked, or even other personal things that have come out of the members from staff that will post it on their own personal Instagram, hoping that no one will see it, but it goes viral anyway. But we have never seen any clips of them kissing or doing anything like that. And that to me is very telling. I think the staff who posted the banner on Twitter just really liked it, thought it was really cute, and just wanted to post about it. It caused the community to explode around, and around this time, Jimin and JK were also the biggest ships. I think they're big now, maybe even bigger than before, but for a while, V and JK ships were starting to take over and really explode. So around that time, they thought it was a really good idea to post Jimin and JK, and they did, and it worked. Did really well. Let me know what you think. Make sure to check out Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Thanks, just leave a comment right here. Love you, bye.